welcome to Asian Pulse TV, an informative and resourceful station. I'm your host, Mani Randhawa, and today we are meeting again. We are broadcasting from the unceded territories of Silvertooth Nation, Mokim, and Kwantlen Nations. We are very blessed for the generosity of the first people of this land who allow us to share this traditional and sacred land with them. As the Christmas festivities comes to an end, followed by Boxing Day chaos, we all start planning the New Year Eve, right? But let's talk about Boxing Day first. Did you know that traditionally Boxing Day was basically a holiday for servants? Masters would give permission, would give time off to their servants and also as an appreciation of their service, they would provide them with a gift. Now we all buy presents for us because the stores give huge discounts. But are they truly discounted prices? Well, that's a discussion for another day. We will talk about New Year's now. New Year 2023. And I want to know, what does history say about it? So my little bit of research here and there told me that Julius Caesar instituted January 1st as the first day of the year to honor the month's namesake, Janus, who was a Roman god of beginnings, and he had two faces, which allowed him to look back into the past and forward into the future. That is why January 1st was born. Let's take a short break here and have some words from our sponsors.
I understand how important it is to have a place called home, and it's frustrating using your hard-earned money on rent. Vic Prasad can make you a homeowner. Get pre-approved services provided to first-time buyers and new immigrants. You can qualify for mortgage even if you have bad credit. Call Vic Prasad now on 604-306-6647. Vic Prasad is associated with Craft Mortgages Canada Incorporated. I understand how important it is to have a place called home, and it's frustrating using your hard-earned money on rent. Vic Prasad can make you a homeowner. Get pre-approved services provided to first-time buyers and new immigrants. You can qualify for mortgage even if you have bad credit. Call Vic Prasad now on 604-306-6647. Vic Prasad is associated with Craft Mortgages.
For astrology service, life horoscope, and fortune telling, marriage problem, love problem, divorce problem, money problem, personal or business, all types of puja and havan. Call Pandit Lakshminath Guruji 1604-849-4872, serving Alberta and BC.
Arvind's Curry and Cocktail, Indian cuisine. They do catering for all occasions and they do free delivery. Please call 604-515-1070. Address is 420 6th Street, New Westminster. Open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. For deliveries, call 604-515-1070 or arvindscurry.com.
Bollywood Banquet Hall and Conference Center, located at Pile Business Center at 201-8166 128th Street in Surrey. No celebration is too small to accommodate you. They have newly renovated 2 halls to serve you, up to 1,000 guest capacity, top-notch chefs to delight you with delectable and heavenly cuisine. So just call Bollywood Banquet Hall at 604-598-2700 for your events. Thank you, sponsors. Would you like to highlight your business, or would you like to support the show, which is running from last 25 years? Then this is your chance. Give us a call and book your event, book your show, or book your sponsorship detail with Miss Kamila Singh. New Year is also time to set new resolutions, make your vision boards, and reset your bucket list for the next year. Having a blast on the new year is mandatory, but setting new goals is equally important. So today we have Dr. Sandeep Jassal, who is a board-certified natural health consultant and a weight loss coach in Canada, to tell you something that you should be doing in the New Year's and which would help in your New Year resolutions. I'm very delighted to have our guest today, Mr. Sandeep Jassal, who is a natural health consultant and weight loss coach. He's board-certified in Canada, and today he will give us all of his knowledge for our viewers. Welcome, Dr. Jassal.
Thank you very much, Mani, for having me here. And it's really a pleasure, and I would be very happy to share whatever I can do for our community over here.
We're going to take all his nuggets today, right? So my first question to you, Doctor, how do you define naturopathy?
Natural health is, something which was there when the modern medicine was not there.
Absolutely, absolutely.
The way the animals in the jungles, they heal themselves, and they are also exposed to similar kind of diseases, similar kind of germs, bacteria, viruses,
Yeah.
but they are able to take care of themselves
Yes.
so very well. So that's the same thing that our age-old wisdom. There were some healing therapies which were there.
Okay. Like Ayurveda.
Ayurveda is a brilliant science.
Okay.
It's 5,000 years old.
Yes.
The modern medicine's father of medicine, that is Hippocrates, was a Greek physician, and he was the disciple of Ayurveda's father of Ayurveda, that is Charak, Rishi Charak.
Yeah.
So that means Ayurveda is so old. The civilization, the Asian Aryans, we call that, right? So it was so ancient that they used to heal through Ayurveda.
Yeah. So today we won't dive into medicinal part, the scientific part, but we will stick to the natural, holistic well-being. And I want to give all the benefits to my viewers today. And my next question would be directly for you guys. Doctor, would you tell us how we can inculcate this new habit of natural medicine for the coming year, 2023?
Wow, what a question. We've been doing this for years, but we need to inculcate some
Yes.
habits, reinforce some wisdom which we already knew, but we tend to forget because of the modernization, because of excessive exposure to chemicals.
And quick results, I would say.
Quick results.
Yes.
Morning when you wake up,
Yes.
the first thing you do is what? Toothbrush. What is that? A nylon?
Yeah.
And the toothpaste
Lot of
is made of
chemicals.
hydrocarbons,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So from a toothpaste and to the last mouthwash which you do when you are just about to sleep, you are exposed to so many chemicals.
Yes.
If in some amount a chemical can kill or keep at bay the microorganisms like viruses and bacteria in your mouth.
Yes.
So if you expose your body to such chemicals day in, day out for years,
Yeah. Just in the beginning of the day, start of the day. Yeah.
yes, so what are you doing? In a way, you are trying to, that is anti-life,
Okay.
antibacterial,
Okay.
antivirus.
So what could be the natural way to brush our teeth probably in the morning?
There are so many ways. I don't say that it is not advisable to not to brush teeth,
Yeah. Yeah.
but that was just a
An
example
Okay.
that how we can bring the age-old wisdom into our lives now in 2023 so that we can be more pro-nature
Yes.
and not anti-nature.
Yes.
So the modern life is actually anti-nature. We used to walk our ways to our work. We used to walk. Now we have within our home we have a remote control.
Oh, yeah. Since you are a life coach, a weight loss coach, so give us tips about losing weight.
Well, losing weight is one thing. It is just half the battle.
Yes.
And maintaining weight is the rest of the half battle,
Yes,
which we
yes.
need to, which we need to learn how to win that battle.
Absolutely, I agree.
So the battle of bulge, that is the weight. That is, one thing is that we need to understand our body type first.
Yes.
Many times I have seen that people keep watching their diets and they keep changing their diets from one diet to other diet.
They follow the patterns. They follow their
Pattern.
friends. Oh, you're doing this, you lost with keto. Okay, I'll go on a keto diet.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
And since I've been doing this for the past 25 years in all my practice in India,
Yes.
I was into weight management,
Yes.
into lifestyle diseases.
Yes,
basically.
he was with Apollo Hospital and with all the big names in India. We are glad he's back in Canada.
So some of my friends says, "Oh, such a big loss to India that you went there."
Could be.
I don't
I
know.
can say that.
But India or Asian population,
Yes.
all of us, we are genetically predisposed, genetically at a higher risk of a collection of conditions,
Yes.
which we call metabolic syndrome.
Yes, I can name first one.
Yeah,
Majority of our population is diabetic.
yeah. So that is because of an underlying cause, insulin resistance.
Yes.
And when you have metabolic syndrome, you are at a higher risk of having high cholesterol, high triglycerides, high blood pressure,
Yes.
hyperinsulinemia, which is a name given to recurrent high insulin levels in the blood,
Okay. Yeah.
and you are at a higher risk of heart disease, and you have a real good belly fat accumulated.
Yes.
So when these factors accumulate or combine, then we label that person as metabolic syndrome patient, right?
Okay.
Now, there's a golden opportunity in recognizing a patient well in time when he is just entering into metabolic syndrome.
Okay.
Because once you get diagnosed with diabetes, according to American Diabetes Association's recommendations, we should treat a patient on day one
Yes.
of the diagnosis of diabetes
Yes.
as a heart patient,
Okay.
whether he is labeled as a heart patient or not.
Yeah, because
But
sooner or later he's gonna get
100%.
probably. he's
Rather,
gonna
it is
get
200%. It is
Yes.
twofold risk
Yes.
to expose yourself to heart disease any time in life
Yes.
than a non-diabetic patient for a diabetic patient.
Yeah. So we understand when people get diabetes from their genes, but there are people who actually invite diabetes by eating lots of junk or increasing the insulin in them. So would you like to give us some tips of avoiding the situation, avoiding to be diagnosed with diabetes?
Yeah. See the keto thing, which is inward
Yes,
these days.
yes.
But the thing is that it is also being misinterpreted by so-called social media,
I agree.
Leaders or
Yes.
social media influencers, they
Yes,
call them,
yes.
right? They can drive a message into the direction which
Ever
they
they
think.
want to. Yeah. Keto, you talk intermittent fasting,
Yeah.
and there are so many
Yeah.
diets. If we go into details, I mean, the whole episode can go.
Yeah. So you see, in Ayurveda, there is a classification of a body into three broad types.
Yes. Vata, Pitta,
Pitta, Kapha.
Kapha.
And it is very much, since I practiced integrative medicine, right? So we integrate the age-old science into the modern understanding.
Yes.
And scientifically validate that, research-based.
Yes.
So when you talk about people with metabolic syndrome, they are usually obese, having belly fat, having triglycerides, having cholesterol. They fall in kapha category.
Okay.
And kapha is heavy.
Yes.
Kapha has got the element more of earth. Earth is heavy. Earth pulls everything down.
Yes. Yes.
So the kapha prakriti, nature people, should be heavy, obese, should be lethargic, should be feeling sleepy. They usually have sleep apnea
Yes.
because they are not able to sleep properly
Yes.
when they are sleeping at night. So daytime they would have more lethargy. They won't feel energetic enough, and they would have all these people who have got high tendency to gain weight. They
Yes.
basically have slower metabolism.
Yes.
So they can very well fall in a category which is kapha.
Yeah. So even Vata, Pitta, Kapha can change for one person. Let's say
Yeah.
me, I cannot always be Vata.
That
My
changes
body
during
gets-
the day also.
Yes.
That changes
I wanted
during
to
the
bring
seasons
that.
also. You feel, more acidic with certain foods, which are pitta foods.
Yeah, so it's like are you pointing at the direction that every person, all of our viewers, should keep a check on their daily routine, what they take, how they are sleeping?
Yes.
The more they are aware about their body, internal changes, external circumstances, the more they will be aware about what's coming next.
Yes.
If they should, stop eating this or increase their metabolism.
Yeah.
Is that what you're pointing?
So that's why I wanted to bring this point across in our discussion, that getting influenced by somebody on social media and claiming something is a lot more different than providing a customized approach
Yes.
to your wellness.
Yes.
Because you have to consider your family history, whether your mother had heart disease, at what age she had heart disease, whether she had high blood pressure when she was young,
Yes.
okay, whether your father had diabetes or not. So genetically there are so many factors which influence our future, our
Yes.
health.
Yes. Yes.
And then your personal history.
Yes.
Even if my father was not having cancer, but if I am exposing myself to carcinogens,
Yes.
to smoking,
Yes.
then I
can
negate his good genes
Yes.
by having my bad habits.
I would be the first one to have that
Right?
in my family, and then I'm the bad guy.
So
that happens.
this involves a lot of history taking, where we have to take a detailed history, personal history, medical history, and then what all diseases you had, what you encountered at what age,
Yes.
and then making a plan, a roadmap, what we can do further in improving all these things which are going to influence your life. Because they say the longer the waistline, the shorter the lifeline, right?
You can put it anyways,
Yeah.
like as long as people are healthy.
Yeah.
So if you guys are not aware, let me tell you that he practices here in Canada. He has his clinic. But you can always reach him on his website, which we will tell you later at the end of the show, because we want you to stick here longer. And my next question to him, when people come to you, doctor, when people come to you as, let's say I want to lose weight, I come to you, how would you approach the situation? What is the breakdown? You can just shorten that for us. Yes.
Okay, great. That's also a wonderful question, because as I initially mentioned, that in order to lose weight, first thing is the calorie balance.
Yeah,
right?
so when I'll come to you, what would you do the first thing?
Unless I take your daily intake,
Yes.
what your food habits are.
So you must have a form that we need to fill.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So
okay.
we share a form. There's an app which we use.
Oh, there's an app.
A
Wow,
nutrition,
good.
very
He's
yeah.
a
Here we are
technology
using,
guy.
yeah, we are using. That is an AI powered app, so
Okay.
artificial intelligence. So I would first ask you to fill a 3-day food intake. So that would give me on an average what you are used to eating, what you like eating. So that is about getting intuitive.
Yes, I think it's
eating
also
pattern.
it's also very introspective for me when I'm
Introspective.
sitting down and writing what I did for the last 3 days.
Yeah.
It's quite introspective.
Yeah.
That's a good trait
Wonderful thing.
for a coach.
Yeah. And then I would analyze that. Then I fix an appointment with a telephonic appointment. You don't need to come and meet me
Okay.
personally.
Even better.
That can be a Zoom, that can be a video call. It is just like meeting. And then the whole history, a patient intake form, which is a 4-page form,
Okay.
very elaborate, about your siblings, about your parents, everything you have to fill.
All right.
Then we put some time into it, read that through, and then we fix an appointment with you that, okay, this is the time we can discuss for 30 minutes
Awesome.
your case, and then we will draw a roadmap.
Okay, so
Wherein-
now I'm in front of you.
Yeah.
We are beginning to draw a roadmap about my weight loss journey.
Yes.
Okay. got
So
that.
now if I learn that, okay, you have not been eating that much, but you still are struggling with weight, which means that your metabolic rate is slow, right? Which means that the way your body breaks down the energy
Yes.
is slow, and
Yes.
still, in spite of eating less, you have got a lot surplus
Okay.
in your body
Okay.
as a surplus energy.
Yes. Yes.
So you know that surplus energy will always go and make
Fat.
fat. So that means that I need to understand your prakriti.
Yeah. Okay. So I got a question here. Now you understand that my metabolism rate is slow. Would you give me a medicine to increase my metabolism, or would you give me a natural remedy?
There is no medicine which can increase
Yes,
metabolism.
exactly.
And I tell you
But
one
there are
thing.
chemicals.
They are chemicals. And the chemicals which are meant to increase metabolism are actually dangerous. You know what has happened to some of the stars of late in Indian film industry? So they were into aggressive bodybuilding
Yes,
and
yes.
aggressive exercising,
Yes.
and they were on some sort of stimulants which could enable them to surpass their capacity to exercise. So
Okay.
they wanted to indulge in exercise which was much more beyond their capacity.
And that is the reason they were getting heart attacks.
Metabolic
Okay.
boosters.
Okay.
So what we do, usually they are cardiac stimulants
Yes.
or steroids.
Yes, yes.
They boost your metabolism temporarily. They increase your heart rate.
Yes.
And when the heart rate increases and you are in an
Not
aggressive...
utilizing the energy.
Yeah. And then it may
Have dire
be retrospective.
consequences.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So if we understand that, okay, this is the nature of the body whom we are going to treat, then metabolic boosters can be natural metabolic boosters. There are so many ways you can boost metabolism.
Everything natural with Mr. Sandeep here. So going to our next question, I also wanted to ask you about coaching. You are a certified coach here. When we talk about coach, people or mention the word coach, people just say, oh, he's a hockey coach, this coach, that coach. But lately, and I'm sure our viewers are aware of that we have life coaches, we have health coaches, we have fitness coaches, we have all sort of coaches. So because we have a health coach here, I want to know, and I want to encourage you to encourage our viewers how they can start this coaching journey. And when is the right time? Not when the loss has happened, right? It should be way before that. So what is your recommendation about it?
Very good question, Manny. Because what I see is that when nothing can be done, or only some, you have to put a patient on. So we are not anti-medicine guys,
Yes,
right?
Yes.
We are holistic health coaches.
Oh, awesome.
Which means that we have to do whatever is in your favor, whatever your present condition is.
Yes, and whatever my body can accept naturally. Okay.
Many times, we ourselves say that, okay, at this stage, don't aim for stars. Don't think that the natural therapy or diet can really do wonders for you.
Yes.
You are in a situation that your HbA1c, which is the 3 months average sugar level,
Okay.
if it is 11, if it is 9, if it is 8, then you have to have medication to lower it down. We can bring it down in every 3 months very easily through diet. It has been proven by research that we can bring your HbA1c down by 1 gram %,
Okay.
which means from 8 we can bring you to
7.
7. From 7 we can bring you to 6. But the right time to approach the coaches
Yes.
is, it is never too late to approach a coach. Why?
Yes.
Because your coach, when you are about to reach the stage of even pre-diabetes. What is pre-diabetes? Something that your body is preparing to become a diabetic.
Exactly.
You need to identify that.
Yes.
Your HbA1c, that is the glycosylated hemoglobin, that is our name, how we call it, 3 months average sugar, if it is between 5.7 to 6.5, then you are already a pre-diabetic. And the good news is that there are 70% chances of reversal or pushing away diabetes, a full-blown diabetes from a patient,
Okay.
by up to 5 to 10 years. If you work with
On
a
the
coach
right time.
on the right time.
Yeah.
So I tell my patients many times that to do the right thing at the right time is the right combination.
Exactly.
If you do the right thing at the wrong time,
Yes,
which means
that might not work. That will not work.
Yeah,
That
right-
will- It's too
right
late
thing-
already.
right thing, which means you start exercising, you start
Yes,
going to the gym,
yes.
and
That's actually creating
do it.
anxiety for yourself. Yeah.
treadmill you're doing for 1 hour, you say, oh, I will reverse every bad deed, every bad habit which
Nothing
I have done for
happens
so many years.
overnight. Yes.
Nothing happens overnight.
Yeah.
Then you correct your diet and you say that you can come down from 11 HbA1c
Yeah.
to 6.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's not possible.
Yeah.
So it is a balance.
Okay. We were talking about health, about naturopathy and everything. Now I want to take my next question towards mental health. And I want to know how we can improve that with natural therapies.
Great. Holistic health, basically, the definition of health, as you know, is the physical,
Overall.
mental,
Yes.
spiritual, and social well-being.
Yes.
So everything has an impact. So mental health is a part of our consultancy, wherein we try to find out what might be the cause and how your mental health can be improved, so that your body responds better to whatever therapy you are
Yes.
undergoing.
Yeah.
Many times people would take 10 medications on their in their plate,
Yes.
along
Yeah.
with their breakfast.
Yeah.
And if they are mentally sick, they are not feeling any
helpful.
improvement,
Yeah.
right? So many times their issues are to be addressed mentally, they are to be motivated.
Yes.
And if they work on themselves through their diet and nutrition and improving their lifestyles, they can probably minimize or reduce the dosage requirement of their chemical medication
Yes.
which they are exposing themselves to.
Exactly. So, Mr. Sandeep provides that support that's needed for any kind of mental health. So, I want to highlight that mental health is not that you're mentally sick. It could be something you're stressed, you're depressed, or you just want to talk. There could be so many things. And life coaches or coaches are the cheapest and easiest way, because counselors or the psychiatrist, that is an expensive treatment, and that's not even available. You might call someone and they're not available, but coaches are more often available for your help here. So with that, I would like to thank Mr. Sandeep Jassal for honoring us with his presence in the studio and giving some useful tips for our viewers. I'm your host, Manny Randhawa, signing off. Take care. Happy New Year. Thank you, Dr. Sandeep. Let's take a look at the upcoming events. PICS Mega Job Fair is taking place on Monday, February 8th, 2023 at the Italian Cultural Center located at 3075 Slocum Street in Vancouver, which is near the Renfrew SkyTrain station. For more information, please call Lily Dhandral at 604-596-7722. Another event, Showman Events Entertainment and Production House is presenting a stand-up comedy night for the first time in Surrey. On January 7th, 2023, please book your dates as the event is taking place in Langley at Murrayville Hall. Tickets are available on Eventbrite, but feel free to call Gurveer at 236-866-0630 to get your tickets for the show, which includes comedy for 2 hours, and there are different comedy artists, dinner, DJ, and lots of fun activities. For the new year, I will leave you with these thoughts. When thinking about life, remember that there is no amount of guilt that can change the past, and no amount of anxiety that can change the future. Learn to live in the moment. With that, have a wonderful week ahead. We, the family of Asian Pulse TV, wish you all a very, very happy New Year 2023.